everybody. This reading is gonna be for my water signs for the next couple of days of whenever you're seeing this video. All right, my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see what Spirit has to say to you guys. I know I've been kind of MIA, but yeah, it is what it is. Here I am now. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as that's the way that we grow our tribe. Now, like I said, in all my other readings, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with everybody, so please keep that in mind. If it's not yours, keep it moving. Go check out another reading, another reader. Doesn't matter, but you know, it's not gonna always be your message. Don't try to make it be your message if it's not, okay? Now, let's see what Spirit has to say for my water signs. I have a justice. All right, water. So we start with fairness, equality, truth. Okay, seeing clearly, seeing the path that you need to take, knowing what steps are next, being truthful to yourself. All right, clearing karma, just kind of moving in the right direction overall. Then you have the Page of Wands, planning, plotting, strategizing for what the next move is gonna be, some new creative ideas, endeavors, you know. I can't think of the word I want to say, but embarking, there we go, embarking in new journeys. Ooh, the Tower, but it came out in reverse. Okay, so the Tower usually is life-defining moments, you know, changes that you weren't ready for, transformations, you know, things that really like take your life and literally flip it upside down. Because it came out in reverse, I'm gonna leave it right there for now, but I have a sense that all this transformation, seeing the clear path, all that you're looking for, it's internal. Okay, it's not necessarily like your whole world is upside down on the outside, like your life, your houses may not be changing, your job may not be changing, you know, your relationship may not be changing, but something's definitely changing within you. All right, so I'm going to see how that plays out for the rest of the read, but that's what I sense right off the bat right now. Okay, yeah, look at that, the moon. All right, so you have Libra, you have Cancer, Libra, Cancer, you have a little bit of Earth. The Tower, I believe, is does she represent anything? I don't think. No, she doesn't. She just represents the planet Mars, which I think something's going on up in the planetary. Look up an astrologer, but I understand there's some major planet wars going on right now. But anyway, the moon having you again, introspection. Okay, the moon being looking at your shadow side, looking at yourself, evaluating yourself, you know. And it's also the card for me that whatever's done in the dark comes to light. What wasn't obvious before becomes obvious. So if you've been having some kind of issues, I think you're starting to self-analyze. Excuse me. You're starting to self-analyze so you could self-correct. All right, which is a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. Yeah, you have here the Queen of Pentacles. All right, and you have the Eight of Wands. And you have the Five of Cups. All right, so with the Queen of Pentacles being the nurturer, every queen is a nurturer, right? So you would always hear me say that when it comes to a queen. The Queen of Pentacles being, though, like a provider, being a person that really does take care of the people around her, okay? Because she can. She is stable. She's, you know, in a position where she could provide. With the Eight of Wands and the Five of Cups, I feel as if these changes that are coming, you know, within you right now, they're happening very quickly, and they're making you question who you've given things to, okay? Because you see, this is the card of regret, right? This is the card of the could have, should have, would have, but I didn't. So I'm sitting here wondering, what if, okay? But I sense that because this is an introspective read right now, the things that are coming out right now reflect you looking at yourself. I feel like you're just evaluating where you're putting your energy, where you're putting your resources, and maybe really thinking, reconsidering, redirecting those resources to maybe people who appreciate it more. Maybe the people you're giving it to right now are ungrateful, you know, and you're trying to find that balance between what you want to do and what you know you should do. All right. And that's where the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Clarity, the cutting dead weight off, the getting rid of toxicity, they're just doing what you know you're supposed to do, you know, in a fair way, but you're also just looking at yourself. So I feel like you're at a point in your life, Water, where, you know, you're really starting to realize that your cup has to be full first before you could share it. So some people may call it selfish. I call it self-love. You have to be a little selfish with yourself, because if you're not one within yourself, you can't share yourself. So it's a perfect reading for those who are going through that, where, you know, you realize that, okay, I have to fix me because I'm giving from a broken place. I might be able to provide financially, but I'm not in a good emotional state. So it's really starting to drain. Or it could be energetic, okay, where, you know, you're the counselor, you're the doctor, you're the lawyer, you're the everything for your family, where everybody comes to you, and you're starting to come to a point where you're like, listen, nah, I can't do this right now. You know, I gotta just kind of re-energize, regroup, get myself together before I could become even a lending ear to somebody else. Ooh, that is heavy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. My Scorpions are like, man, fuck you. I don't got time for this shit. Push it along. And my Cancerians are like, but please, you know, I want you to understand, you know, over-explaining, because, you know, you tend to do that with your emotional side. You have the Fool, so definitely new things, you know, new beginning, and new you know, new direction, okay? Yes, look, I just finished saying direction. 6 of Wands. And I said earlier, it could be energetic, okay? And then you have the 9 of Swords, which came out in reverse, all right? So the 9 of Swords, again, being the card of anxiety, of depression, of overthinking, of always questioning everything that you've done. Like I said, with the card of regrets here and the 9 of Swords, it came right above it, okay? So I'm just going to put it right next to it. The 9 of Swords in reverse, simply meaning you figured it out, you know? You know who shouldn't be receiving any attention from you, who shouldn't be receiving anything from you at all. You figured it out. You're no longer losing sleep over it. Now you're just making moves. Now you're just, you know, looking at things like, listen, I'm leaping. That's it. This is what I need to do for myself, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm heading in this direction. I don't give a shit what anybody has to say. All right. I'm out. And notice she's on this boat by herself. Okay. She took her little source, which is her thoughts. Okay. She's in her head, but in her head, energetically speaking, or even physically, this is also the card of relocation, of moving, of physical movement. All right. You are creating distance between you and the people that you know you need to create distance from. All right, you're starting to cut toxic ties with people. You know, you're starting to realize who's who. You know what I mean? And you have no problem just disassociating from those who need to be disassociated from. All right. Yes, indeed. I like the few cards that have come out so far here. Let's see what you got here. See, Judgment, Truth. Okay, this is the card where, you know, you face your truth. It's like, you know, you face the music, like they say, you know what I mean? You really start to look at your shadow side here. So that's pretty cool. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. So, you know, you're facing your truth, right? Truth are gonna be known. You're really starting to look at yourself very honestly, okay? You're starting to take responsibility for the things, but you're also starting to, you know, wanting to be the person you used to be before all this bad shit happened to you almost. You know, with the 6 of Cups, the card of reminiscing, the card of, it's also a card of soulmates, the card of, you know, people from your past coming through or whatever it is. But you also have the Queen of Wands, right? She, again, a very nurtured but very fiery, action-oriented queen. She is the one that, you know, is very hot, you know, someone who has a very good self-esteem, who sees themselves as a very pretty person, whatever it may be. So, you know, with it being right next to the 6 of Cups and Judgment, like this whole ordeal, I think you're starting to just move past the obstacles that have presented themselves to you and really starting to get in touch, looking at yourself, going back to that innocent, not necessarily naive, right? But going back to how you used to feel before. All right. You're really starting to kind of like I said, you're reevaluating everything. And I think this is starting to reflect whatever's happening inside of you is going to eventually reflect on your outside world, okay? So, you know, if you're just doing things because maybe you just went through a breakup or whatever the case may be, and you're starting to take responsibility for your, you know, starting to look at yourself because you're the common denominator, I think, you know, you're finding you again, all right? And you have the High Priestess here, again, self-evaluation, intuition, listening to yourself, listening to, you know, your inner talk, okay? That the person that knows better than you, which is you, without all this additional noise going on, all right? And a bonus card here, the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups being the card of confusion, of choices, of decisions, okay? You know, but taking it with what everything else is going on, I really do feel like you're just a little confused in your head as to what you should do next, okay? You're just in a place where you're not sure if you know, you're not sure what your next step is. You just know you got to take a step, all right? Which is okay with the Fool and the High Priestess, you know, knowing that this came out after the High Priestess. You know, I just finished saying you're going to take a step, you don't know what it is. The Fool just leaves, okay? The Fool just leaves, and you got to trust your intuition, trust that everything's going to be okay, that you're being guided to make the decisions that you need to make, albeit whatever aspect of your life it is, okay? Whatever it is in your life that you have to make a decision, trust that you know that the decision you're making is the correct one, because it's what your soul's guiding you to do, all right? It's what's going to nourish your soul, period. So I don't feel the need to add any additional information to this reading right now. I feel like it's very straightforward. So I'm going to leave it at that, my water signs. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And, you know, like I said before, this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everybody, but it will definitely resonate with somebody. All right? So I hope that, you know, it helps somebody somewhere out there in my subscriber world. All right? See you on the other side. Peace.